to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico. You're talking to the bad guy. Toothpicking your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, y'all. Look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?
What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Biles on SMACM World. We got our special guest here for the day, Coach Willis. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir, man. Coach Willis is the head basketball coach for the Bay High Tigers, man. Good season going on right now, but before while we bring people on the SMACM World, man, is give you your roses while you're here, man. I want you to be able to smell your roses, man. You had a journey before you became the head coach at Bay High, man. So my first question I want to talk about when your basketball career as far as high school, man. Where did it all start, man? Let us know.
Man, it all started at the house, man. Pops and my mama, they put the ball in my brother's hands. I was big in race cars. I had no thought and no idea to play basketball until I was like about 6 or 7, and it was just a love for it after that. I'm the runt of the litter. Gabe and JR, they were the studs. And I just picked up their crumbs as I got older. But it all started at the house with a great mother and a great father and 2 brothers that, they were definitely big brothers, but they pushed me to be my best self.
And yes, they did, man. The Willis family has always been known. Y'all a basketball family, man.
Definitely.
JR and Gabe, y'all are definitely a basketball family. They're doing great things outside of basketball now. They become men in their community. Gabe is one of the hottest trainers in Mississippi as far as basketball training. And then you had your brother JR. He's in us. Is he Southeastern Louisiana?
Well, JR is got the training business.
I had them mixed up. Let me switch it.
It's
JR training business. Then Gabe. Y'all look the same,
do.
man.
We all do.
And Gabe is at Southeastern Louisiana, man.
Dean of students.
Man. That shows you that it was more than basketball. So
of course.
That's one thing I knew you harp on, and I could tell the way your approach of coaching is more than in the game. So
it's real life, man.
Yeah, it is, man. So talk a little bit about your high school career. I know you say the Willis family is a basketball family, and you picked up all the knowledge from your brothers, man. How was your high school career? How did that go?
Man, my high school career took a while to get going. I played behind some really good guards, Gabe being one of them, my cousin Darius Acker, Rob Murray. And just Stanislaus is synonymous with tradition. And while I wasn't, like I said, the best player, I think I'm the smartest Willis.
I got you.
JR was a stud. Gabe was the best winner. I'm the smartest basketball player, and that's probably to say I'm the least skilled too. But as far as high school, man, I love my time. I love playing with my teammates, learning from Coach Ladner, and it really set me up to learn how to be a man. Okay. Fighting those trials, not really getting that court time till my senior year, taught me how to fight adversity and fight my own demons when I thought I wasn't good enough. My pops used to always tell me, you better be ready when your number's called, because it's going to be called.
Yeah.
And it took a while for them to call my number, but once they did, I hit the ground running, never looked back.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Coach Ladner, now he was the St. Stanislaus head coach. Now he's the head coach at University of Southern Miss. This is my invite to send to you. You're more than welcome to come on the show and talk basketball with us and talk about your journey as well. He's a great coach, by the way, leading Southern Miss to, trying to get a Conference USA championship this year.
Man, that dude's a winner.
Yeah, he is.
That dude's
won
a
a
winner.
national championship at Jones, I believe.
National championship at
National
Jones.
championship, man. And it doesn't get talked about how good of a coach he is in the state of Mississippi. So he's definitely getting my respect.
One of the best.
Yeah. So, all right. So your senior year, you hit it running, man. Did you get opportunity to get any offers from college, or how did that go? How did that process go?
It all came late. A little bit of notoriety I got. We started winning some games, and it all came late. And I got my glow up late too, I believe. I didn't get the scholarship offers that I wanted. That every player hopes they garner, but that led me to go ahead into college and pursue my academic side of it. I'm not very tall now. I'm 5'9", but I grew 1.5 inches once I got out of high school. And my game flourished. Like I said, I didn't play much until my senior year. So, you don't develop a whole lot when you're watching other people play. But like I said, you still get an opportunity to sharpen that mental axe, and get those reps. But probably could have walked on somewhere. Definitely could have taken an opportunity or taken a chance. But I had kind of settled into my lane as a student and knew that I was going to end up being a coach. So, like I said, I just kept my mental act sharp.
Man, that's a great thing. You did take advantage of the opportunity to be on the bench, taking mental reps. A lot of kids don't understand that. When you're sitting on a bench, you still need to be in the game mentally.
You have to.
Yeah.
You got to be engaged. Yeah. I tell my guys, if during practice, you've got no energy, you've got no spirit, no charisma, no enthusiasm, you're not going to do that when you get on the floor.
No.
That's why I talk about them. They all, they want something for nothing. I'm going to say I'm working hard, but when that opportunity comes, you're not ready. Or you're sitting on the bench and you eating your bag of Skittles over there, and coach call your number and candy fall all over the place. You just got to be ready. You have to be ready.
I'm a firm believer of that, man, coach. So, man, I'm assuming. Well, I ain't assuming because you have a degree in your coaching. So you get your degree. Let's get there, man. What's the next step, man? You freshly graduated from college. What is my next move? What was your next move, coach?
Man, my next move was, what am I going to do now? Mama,
everybody has that move.
Look, mama told me, I don't care what you do, you're going to go to college and you're going to graduate, and that happened.
Right.
And I was fortunate enough, Ed Bradley had gotten a head coaching job at Oak Grove, and he was my assistant in, I think, 7th and 8th grade and even 9th grade. And he called me up. He's, nicknamed Slick. He said, Slick, you interested in coaching? Yeah. I guess so, coach. And just funny story, man. Coach Bradley in 9th grade had me drawing up plays, and I'm like, Coach, what you want me to draw up? He said, I don't care, just draw something up. Yeah. So he gave me my first opportunity as a 22-year-old, but as a 14-year-old, like he really introduced me to the mental side of the game. Gotcha. What your body can't do, your mind definitely can. Mm-hmm. So he taught me to be a tactician. Right. Even long before I actually had some skill, he taught me how to approach the game like a coach.
Right. So you had two great coaching mentors, and Coach Ladder and then Coach Bradley was able to, really give you insight on how to be successful at coaching.
Definitely.
So that's very, I can tell that they, really poured and sowed that seed into you now, and it's showing in your coaching career now at Bay High, man. You're definitely a culture builder. I love what you're doing at Bay High, man. One of my favorite coaches. Not just saying that because we have a type of relationship outside of coaching, but I definitely enjoy watching you build those young men up and teaching them how to be young men. Mm-hmm. And then that's just always a joy to see that. So, Coach, man, all right, so you don't stay at Oak Grove forever, because this is when I finally met you. Where did you go after Oak Grove? I want to say this was when I met you.
After Oak Grove, I was fortunate enough to be able to coach at Gulfport High.
There you go.
Where it started off at Central.
Right.
Central Middle, and I had a great group of kids, and Coach Lombard, big shout out always.
Lombard,
every
man.
chance I get,
Most
Corey
definitely.
Lombard is the GOAT.
Same here. That was my first black male teacher when I was at Central Middle School. Mm-hmm. Coach Lombard, I already know. Me and my brother always give him love, man. Coach Lombard always was that first male figure inside Central Middle School. Yep. And Mr. Luckett, C.L. Luckett, was the principal at the time. So I got to see somebody that looked like me that was huge, really,
man. Huge.
Yeah, it definitely. He's still doing great work now at Central.
Look, going to always do that.
Yep.
But that first year at Central was really an eye opener for me. I thought that taking a step back from high school to junior high would really put a damper on what I want to do as a coach. Nobody really signs up to coach middle school basketball.
Right.
But it gave me an opportunity to kind of be sovereign and autonomous and not have to check in with somebody like, Coach, do you think I could run this? You think we should run this? Yeah. It was all on my shoulders. Yeah. And for the first time, and when you're somebody's assistant, you can kind of be, a little bit hesitant on things, but when you're the head guy, there is no time to question yourself, or any decision that you have to make. So my time at Central was critical. Not only at Central, but I was teaching at West Elementary. Two things I said I never wanted to do in education. Said I never wanted to teach elementary, and said I never wanted to coach middle school. Yeah. But those two things turned out to be the best thing for my career. I found out how to teach kids who didn't speak the same language as me, and I found out how to teach basketball players who thought they knew how to play already. You know, and that time really showed me a lot about myself. You know, and fortunately, Coach Miller asked me to come up to the high school, and I mean, it's almighty Gulfport High. You know, growing up, playing at Stanislaus with Coach Caldwell over at Gulfport and Coach Greaves, you know, we played against them, but we could never beat them. And like, man, one day, you know, and I get that opportunity to coach, you know, on Burt Jenkins' floor under 10 state championship banners, you know, and it just puts a whole new meaning to success. Right. You know, you're at probably the most tradition-rich school in the state, you know, right there with Lanier and things like that. So it was a great opportunity, and I'm thankful for Coach Miller and Coach Caldwell for those opportunities.
Man, yeah, man, we're going to keep this interview going, man. We got to go to do a commercial, and we'll be right back. Everybody's Coach Boz here, founder of SMACM Athletics, SMACM World, and also co-host of Boz and Bingo. With my good friend Seneca Hampton, Coach Bingo.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Coach Bingo? So we have a show where we highlight high school and middle school athletes. Right now it's football season, and we've been covering all over the coast and keeping the fans, you know, in tune with what's going on. And we got basketball season coming up, so we're pretty much getting excited about that as well. Along with the Street Geeks, our ultimate goal is to make a positive impact around the community around us. We're asking for a donation in exchange for advertising your business and your products on our shows. With your help, we know we can make a positive impact around the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you have any questions, contact streetgeeks.com. Either you could call Coach Bingo as well.
Good, everybody. It's your boy Coach Bingo back with another week of SMACM Top Performance.
Yeah, Chico, talking to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico, you're talking to the bad guy. Toothpicking your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, yo. Look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?
Well, yeah, Coach, man, I did get to meet you because I was at Gulfport High coaching football at around that time. And I was like, man, because I do remember them calling you Slick.
Yes.
You know, I do remember them calling you Slick. I mean, I was like, man, this dude is such a sharp guy. He's sharp, man. You know, he know his stuff, you know. I just really admire that about you. But I had to run into the real dog, man, and you, man. I was coaching at Bellevue in middle school, 7th grade basketball. Man, you coached, like you said, you coached 7th and 8th grade, and man, ran into Coach, man, and Coach put it on me, man. Me and Coach Bean, y'all beat us by 15, man. I'll never forget that. Then the second time we played, y'all beat us by 20. I was like, man, am I in the right profession, man? Am I doing something wrong? But I was just like, man, you could tell your guys were just better prepared than our guys. It wasn't nothing that we didn't do right. It was just your guys were just bought into what you believed in, and you could tell the way they play so intense. And I always said in the back of my mind, I said, man, Coach Willis, whenever he get a program, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready to play. So, you know, y'all win a state championship at Gulfport High. You know, opportunities start coming knocking on the door, man. So I'm not sure how long you stayed at Gulfport High until this Hancock came and called. How long was that?
That was 5 years total. Okay. 5 years total. And I mean, I don't want to call it fate, but it kind of just fell into my lap. Gotcha. You know, the Hancock job, and you know, you just want to make sure you always leave somebody with a good taste in your mouth, because you never know who's watching. Right. You never know who's gonna need your services one day. And it just so happened that the athletic director at Hancock was good friends with Kelton Thompson and Owen Miller, and their head coach was getting ready to step away, and you know, and Hancock wasn't, you know, it's not known for winning like it is now, you know, but they reached out and asked if I'd be interested, and I was dumb nervous though. I was crazy nervous. It was definitely what I wanted to do, but you know, in the back of your mind, you know, even though it's what I want to do, it's that chance of what if I don't succeed. You know, and my pop who worked at Hancock at one point, he really wasn't high on me taking it. The only person that was high on me taking it was Coach Cisco, really, and Coach Miller. You know, so they pushed me and pushed me to step out there on faith, and I'm thankful that I did, because I walked into a situation where, you know, some kids, they really wanted to do, they wanted to be a good team. You know, and Hancock is a tradition-rich place. They love basketball. They love their kids. They're always supportive, and it was a great scenario to be able to come in, and I mean, you're playing against Coach Owen Miller, you're playing against Seba Wyndham, you're playing against Francisco Hardy day in and day out, and all of these schools got state championships. And you know, I likened it to being in the SEC like a Vanderbilt. You know, you're not expected to win, but if you do, if Vanderbilt messes around and beats Bama or Florida or Tennessee, then that coach is, you know, is showing some things. And fortunately, my first year, we were able to take down Harrison Central. Probably the biggest win I've been a part of as a head coach, and you know, I'm forever in debt to Coach Cisco and those kids at Hancock who bought into everything I told them. You know, it was a lot of knockdown, drag out conversations, but they took the coaching. Right.
So that's why I call you a culture builder, man. You definitely went into Hancock and changed the mindset of winning. And how long did you stay there before you took the Bay High job?
I stayed there 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
What did you feel like it was necessary to move on to another journey and another challenge? What was that decision for?
You know, honestly, man, I'm from Waveland, and you know, Hancock's a local school, but on my way to Hancock, you know, I'm passing up kids at the bus stop, you know, and I'm going to bring my knowledge and gift to those outside of the community. And so it definitely wasn't about, a lot of people thought that, you know, I know this ain't the forum for that, but a lot of people thought it was.
This is you.
They thought it was race, you know, related. They thought that it wasn't black people at Hancock, and you know, that couldn't be further from the truth. You know, fact of the matter is, you know, the kid. If I want to see change in my community, I got to get my hands dirty in my community. You know, so that was the big thing for me going to Bay High. You know, and the kids at Hancock, they understood that. I still got a relationship with them, but moving forward, I just knew that my vocation, my job is to plant flowers in my community and watch them blossom, and that was the main reason that I made the jump.
You want to come home, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You want to make sure everybody at home taken care of. That's what it's supposed to be.
Definitely.
Most definitely, man. So let's talk about this year, man. We're gonna wrap it up. This year, man, how do you grade the season?
I say right now, if I had to give us a letter grade, you know, it's sitting at about a C+.
Okay.
And it's a C+ for little things like, you know, playing together. You know, you got to learn how to play together. Everybody plays hard,
right?
You know, but if you and I are collaborating on something, you give 100 and I give 50, then I'm doing that partnership a disservice.
Right.
You know, so I would give us a C+ right about now. But we got some kids coming back from injury. I got a kid, Jayden Clark, who transferred from Stanislaus last year, and he's just now getting eligible. So like we're really, I don't want to toot my horn too soon, but like we kind of in a stretch where it's gonna be beneficial for us. Gotcha. You know, we're still kind of learning who we are, and other teams already know who they are, but we kind of got this, you know, little piece in the tool chest that ain't been used yet.
Gotcha.
You know, so I think that gives us a little bit of an upper hand, and I'm excited about our direction, man. Like I said, not to toot my own horn, but I wouldn't want to play Bay High here real soon.
Man, I love it, man. Talk your stuff on here, man. So, any top players that if no one ever seen Bay High play, any top players that you kind of say, man, this kid right here is a leader. He's a pretty hard-nosed kid on the court. Anybody you want to let the people know?
Oh, no question. Like, you play for Derek Willis, you're going to play hard. Like, and so it's not that one kid plays any harder than the next, but I do have a few that do kind of stand a little bit above the rest. Avon Wilson, one of our juniors, he's averaging about 15 and about six rebounds. I mean, he's just a little firecracker out there, you know. Baseline to baseline speed. I mean, he's held on wheels, held on 2 feet.
Yeah.
Caden Walker, another long, lanky guard. He's a senior, about 6'1", averaging about 11 and 5 for us. Near future, I got a freshman starting for me now. Just energy and activity guy. Jalen Antoine, 2-sport athlete, plays basketball and football. Great kid. Happy birthday, Jalen. By the way. And like I said, I feel like I do a disservice when I don't mention all.
Well, I get it. I understand.
Guys.
You love all of them.
Those are my sons.
Just people that's the fans that they come. They was like, who's that kid? And you just kind of those probably most of the time your leaders too.
Definitely.
Most of your leaders, man.
I tell you, you come to a Bay High game or you see us play, you're gonna see a unit. You might have one guy doing all the scoring or whatnot, but you see 5 guys locked in defensively, 5 guys going to rebound, 5 guys going to the floor, 5 guys going to get a burger too. That's how they do it.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. Man, Coach Willis, man, we really appreciate your time, man. Don't ever be a stranger, man.
Never.
Come back on the show. You're more than welcome, man. We love what you do for the community in Waveland and Bay. Looking forward to what you do. See what you're gonna do this year, man.
Hey.
We're gonna definitely keep in touch with you, man, and
It's
definitely
up, baby.
watch the season, man. So that was it, man. This is Coach Bob and SMACM World. See you next time.
Chico, talking to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico, you're talking to the bad guy. Toothpicking your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, yo. Look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?